I noticed your face was kind of like up in the air when you came in here. Is there a problem with the scent of my apartment?
Honestly, your apartment smells like a yoga studio and a bistro had a baby and created this like frou poo poo smell. My apartment smells like women with bad body spray and poverty. Okay, like that's what I'm working with. What are you working with? That's what I want to know.
I'm working with some essential oils. I just like my place smelling nice.
Whatever. Poverty sticks, so there's nothing I can do.
Dysh. I got Dysh. Dysh.
Hey y'all, it's Onika
And JR.
and you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing, JR?
I am doing fantastic. You want to know how I'm actually really doing today?
Yeah, I really genuinely want to know how you're doing.
What's
or I
going on
wouldn't
with
have
me?
asked the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all right. I'm now finally enjoying my place. My bed is gonna come soon. It's getting custom made. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Just wanted to let everyone know he's getting a custom made
It's
bed.
getting custom made. Yeah, no. So yeah, that's on its way here. I'm tired of sleeping on this air mattress. It's like I'm done. Like I don't want to do it anymore. But what else is going on? I've got my improv classes. Those are going on pretty well, and I'm
Learning a lot.
I mean, I'm learning. I don't know. Like I loved growing up. I loved the show called
SCTV.
What's SCTV?
You don't know SCTV?
I don't know what SCTV.
It's like the show with like Dan Aykroyd and like Gordon Levy or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know the acronym.
Yeah, it was SCTV.
Oh, yeah,
I thought that's the show you meant.
Yeah, for sure. But no, Whose Line Is It Anyway is the show that I actually really meant.
I forgot. You're not.
But I know where you're going with that.
Okay.
But so that was a show like I really, I got put onto that show and I really like it. So I don't
So
know.
what's the type of stuff you're doing?
Yeah, just like total like improv games and just like like doing stuff. Like I said last week, I think in the class, I said, my baby's due. Like it was just like something I brought up in class. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. I'm not a woman. And someone had to say yes, and it's like the cool thing about improv, right? Like someone just has to say acknowledge it and just keep going with it. So that was the setup that I made, but it was pretty cool. So what else is forget what's going on with me. What's going on with you?
Honestly, I've been using my Uber pool quite a bit lately. I've been getting 50% off my rides. I think it's because Uber is competing with Lyft. But I have the funniest Uber story that I just want to share with you.
Okay.
So I was in the Uber the other day coming from your place, I think after a taping it was. And Uber pool picked me up and then picked up these two Australian cats. So I call guys cats, so I don't know why. So these two Australian cats, and they're like, "Oh, I really want to go to the Jack Astor's, not the one on Queen though, the one on Dundas." And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, obviously you have not put your destination in like the Uber pool because they don't know the process, right? They're from Australia, they don't know how Uber Canada works. So then the Uber driver proceeds to drop them off, like do a full circle and drop them off where they picked them up. So they actually put their destination as their pickup location and vice versa. So now they're like saying, "Oh my God, you're dropping us off at the same place. You're such a wanker." Like
they actually used the word wanker.
Yeah, they said wanker. They said wanker.
God.
You're such a wanker. You're such an asshole. Like, why didn't you tell us that we were going to the wrong direction? We'll give you $10 to like take us to Dundas Square. And the Uber driver's like, "I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. But it was just so hilarious. Like, honestly, if you guys don't Uber pool, start. You will get some funny ass experiences and meet some weird ass people Uber pooling. You might smell some things you never thought you wanted to smell, but like other than that, Uber pool is the shit.
I'm gonna stick to Uber X.
You're sticking to Uber X.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that X.
With that said, we actually have a third party. I hear her snickering sometimes on the mic. Raegine, how you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Uber pooling all over the city, obviously.
It seems so.
So I'm doing well.
Yeah, so tell us, Raegine, who are you? What are you about? You know, introduce the audience to your world.
To Raegine.
Yeah.
So what's up, everyone? My name's Raegine. I am an actress as well, fighting to be an actress, I'm gonna say.
We're all fighting to be something, baby.
Fighting boy. I'm 22. I'm from Barbados.
Ooh.
And
I love the
now
way
I
you
don't
said that,
have the-
Barbados. I love
Yes.
that. Like, cause yeah, my dad's from Barbados, and I just love the way you said that.
Yeah, and not Barbados.
Yes, exactly.
No, I don't have the accent. I can turn it on when I want and turn it off when I want. But no, I'm 22, and yeah, nothing really special.
Oh no, you're special. You're definitely one special chick.
Yeah, you're a star.
Raegine and I used to work together, and I wanted her to come on the podcast because she is this like curvy AF, beautiful black woman, and I wanted her to talk about her experience as being, you know, I'm not going to use the word plus size. We're going to talk about like because she's giving me a look like I'm going to kill you. Don't ever use that word talking about me. Like, yeah, but she is vivacious and curvaceous and absolutely lovely, and I want to know Raegine, about your experience being a beautiful big black woman.
Yeah, got you covered.
All right, give it to me, girl.
Geez, I think like for me it was most of my weight bullying came from like secondary school.
So wait, hold on. So we're talking about. Are we going into like fat shaming? Is that what we're gonna touch on?
Yeah.
We're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch
that
on
what we're
that.
touching
I'm
on?
gonna like go in a little deeper to
Okay,
like
so
the
you're gonna-
conversation we had earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So
Sorry,
let's start
I hate
young.
To, hate to cut you off. Sorry.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead,
Let's
go ahead.
start young. Let's start like from the past, like way back in the day.
Yeah, definitely. Like primary school, I actually did not deal with any sort of weight shaming, not from parents, not from like kids, because I was actually just honestly dealing with racism.
Mm-hmm.
But from secondary school, it was fat shaming. I mean, a girl literally had 10 people crowd me and laugh at me because my calves jiggled when I walked. My calves. And like now I think about it and I think it's really stupid and I feel sorry for the girl that's where her brain was. But now that I think about it, I'm like, that's only where your brain could go. Like,
That's
there were
true.
so many other things that were jiggling at that time.
No.
And they weren't negative things either. Just saying. It's okay.
What?
No. But yeah, like I didn't wear the size medium tunic, so that was another thing to be teased about. Having big boobs, having nipples with the boobs attached was a problem.
That was a problem.
Oh god, that was a problem.
Really? There's no problem with that.
Yeah, well, tell a 14-year-old it's a problem.
Oh yeah, kids are mean.
What were like your nipples too big? Like what were
My
they trying to
nipples-
say?
Like my breasts developed early. I'm gonna just say
Yeah,
that.
I
So
was
like my
7.
nipples were all the way
like,
out there shooting like it was paintball on a
because
Friday.
you weren't wearing like a proper bra.
It wasn't even like about the proper bra. Like I have Hulk nipples, guys.
You Hulk nipples?
Hulk
That's
nipples.
awesone.
What does
So,
that
like,
mean? Sorry,
I don't know, but it sounds awesome
I'm new to the game.
AF.
If my bra is not thick enough, they will
It
point through
sounds
like
awesome
my bra can
AF.
have like a good 5 millimeters of material.
Oh, that's
in
my
between.
favorite. Oh my
I
god.
want
like-
Hulk nipples.
No, like it was.
But
a
like
problem
as kids,
then.
yeah, like kids
Yeah,
are
kids are mean.
mean.
Yeah, kids
No,
They're
they
awful
are.
people.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. I can be full on honest with you. I actually even used to like tape them freshly every day.
Oh my goodness. I remember once
to
I
not
just like
deal with that.
I used that like band. You know when your mom has that like weight shaping band? I used to use that around my boobs to like try to
Wait,
minimize
hold on a
them.
second. So, women, you all used to hide your breasts?
Like if you're a big
Yes.
girl, if you have big
Yeah.
chests,
Really?
you hide
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
that's crazy. Because I mean, like as a man, like I'm
But that's
I'm
the
gonna-
problem.
I'll
As
be
a
open.
man, you are a grown man. What
Yeah.
I was dealing
And
with
he's
were
still
little
peeps.
shithead kids.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, and you could probably had like grown ass men looking at you as well.
Yeah.
And you're not
Oh,
short
shit.
either, so you
No.
might have been taller than them.
I was tall
I
and,
would
like, the
imagine I was
curvy,
tall,
like the good, like you know,
curvy,
what the
yeah,
thick
with the
that people
thick
want
everything,
now
yeah,
is what I
yeah.
was when I was
Oh,
in school.
so before, so you were just kind of exposed to the world before you were ready.
Before,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
woman's body, like you have a
Yeah.
like a woman's body, but you're a girl. Like you're still a
Like, you're
little
meant
girl.
I don't know,
Be a
like,
girl.
because me, like, I'm like, now as a man, I'm just like, yo, she looks good. That's a woman, you know. But then, I haven't been in a situation where I've looked at a woman that was young, but you know, it could potentially happen.
Yeah.
And oh wow, so you
Women are growing up
Pretty much
fast.
you're- sexually harassed
you were
by the male.
sexualized. You were sexualized before you were even like ready to even be
From
ready.
like 12, 13, and you're like, and with my island
like, I
like,
didn't even think about
mentality,
that.
it's still like that's a good thing. The Barbadian man's mentality is every woman is for them. It belongs to them. We are an item. I never thought of myself as a property, but for
Yeah.
Bajan men, and you could like that is actually our highest like murder rate is domestic abuse.
Oh really?
It's actually domestic abuse. It's not cancer. It's not any other illness.
Heart disease
heart
or-
heart attacks, heart diseases. It is domestic abuse.
So women are being over sexualized from the time you develop.
As soon as you have the least bit of curves.
So what was it like?
So-
What was it like growing up? Because I know with my family, like we had parties, we had gatherings, we had people coming over, we had like events. You know, you're growing up in Barbados, and you know there's a community of people that once upon a time saw you as a little girl, but now they're seeing you as a full blown woman when you're not exactly ready for it. So what was that experience like for you?
It's weird because like how you say you have parties, my family's more private. Just for different reasons, we all just seem to become very private people. Like we do have our close knit, but we're still like very private. So our parties are always with the same people. There's never an outsider. And for us, our same people are the close, like a certain generation of family. So for me, anytime like I had to deal with that issue, it was from random strangers.
Okay,
So like when you're like going to the store to do something and some guy is just gonna be just
Like
inappropriate.
up in my face, like, hey, how you doing? I just saw you across the room. Like I actually had to deal with that yesterday on the way home.
So here's as a man now who's open to dating, and is there a wrong time to approach a woman? Because
It's not
is
about
there
a wrong time, it's a how.
Okay.
If you come to me thirsty, and I can tell, like even
But
if
I haven't had
sense
water
up,
all day.
and
All
then
week.
you would okay. Let me give you a good example.
now the Bayesian's coming out. So let me give you a good example.
Yesterday, I was at the bus station. I hiked all of like the Scarborough Bluffs area. So we walked down the hill, then we walked back up, and then we walked back down to catch the bus back up. But like we spent, let's say like 3, 4, 5 hours just walking
So you're
around
sweating.
Scarborough. So we were
You're
sweating. We were done. We're like on the bus. We cooled down. I got to Spadina Station waiting for my bus to go or whatever. And this guy, and he's a Caribbean guy, it's really obvious because he's wearing his island colors.
Okay, he's got the colors on.
He's got his
colors.
Pacific Island colors.
Which island was he from?
Whether it's
Which
green,
island was he
whether it's
from?
green, black, and gold,
Jamaica?
or it's or red and I got it. I got it right after
Green
that.
and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow.
I'm on the phone, legitimately on the phone with my best friend, coming up the escalators because she called me earlier, and I wanted to call her back immediately and just like let her know I'm alive because she heard us read about the coyote sign. But anyways, coming up the escalator, and this man is literally just standing at the top of the escalator, like looking me up and down, like you know when somebody look at every
Yeah,
inch
like
of you?
let me lick you up and down
And
till
I ain't
you
got
say
no manners.
stop.
There's nothing wrong
So like
with that.
my face,
If it's consensual.
already was like, you could just walk away from me.
Yeah, like,
and
don't
I
come
kinda
near
knew
me.
that he was gonna try and talk to me.
Of course.
So like I gave him a look, and then I just went and sat on a bench. No, but I sat on the bench right outside. I'm sitting on this bench, and you know when I was telling you earlier, like I can feel when someone's looking at me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like someone was behind me, so I just on the phone still, trying to look to my left. See the man? Turn back around and mind my own business. Look to the right. He's there too.
He's like Pokeroo. He's popping up all over the place.
Within a good 10 minutes, he was back and forth on each side, trying to knock on the window between and like wave at me and like knock on this window.
Okay, that's
And I was like,
obnoxious.
But here's the thing, like, I just have a question for you
Yeah.
because Do you find now that how long have you been in Canada? How long have you been living in Toronto and Canada in general?
3-4 years.
Okay, 3-4 years. There's a lot of white people in Canada. I don't know if you've noticed this.
No.
But in the general Canada area, there's a lot of white people. Now, you have an experience now with a Caribbean man who they like the curvy, busty, big butt, like they like that type of woman, you know? But like, let's say you are in a different environment. Do you feel like you're looked at differently by non-Caribbean people, be it Asians, whites, whatever you want to, whatever group you want to label? Do you find that you're looked at differently?
Oh yeah,
because of your shape and your size.
Okay, so like, if he's white, but has some sort of Caribbean background, or like grew up within a neighborhood that was predominantly of black people.
Yeah.
You could full on tell like he's cool with it. Like the way that he looks is almost the same as a black guy.
Okay.
Yes.
It's almost the same. He's a John B. I call him John B. He's a John B. He likes his curvaceous black women.
And
he's a John
You
B.
just tell by the way he
got the black card
down. You could tell. But like Asian guys or like predominantly white guys who's like never really interacted with a black girl.
Do you find them intimidating? Like they're intimidated by you?
Yeah.
I find the same thing. I'm somewhere stuck in between skinny and everything else. So I don't know what I am, but I know I'm intimidating.
I'm not gonna lie, I am now.
Yeah,
I'm a very intimidating person now. Like my best friend even told me like, there are days I don't want to deal with you. No.
Where do you think that comes from? Does that have to do with any kind of shaming that has happened to you in the past, or
that's
like
exactly
where does that come from?
No, that's exactly where that came from. Honestly, it's weird because like I had from 3 different angles of how I should have dressed or carried myself. So like from school, I was too big. My body parts jiggled, so that was a problem. Then I also got it from my family, from their Christian aspect of when you have a shirt on and you raise your hands above your head, you're not supposed to see your stomach. So if you can see your stomach when you do that, you have to wear a shirt underneath. So because Barbados is hot, I'm not wearing multiple layers.
No, obviously not.
Ain't nobody doing that. So I just buy like shirts that were maybe 2 or 3 sizes bigger than they needed to be. Then I get it from my grandmother's side, who is like, why are you covering your body? You don't need to cover your body.
Gotta love grandmas. They're like, listen, let your freak fag fly. Like, just show everything off. Like, grandmas are great.
But she was also like, you could lose a good 20 pounds or something.
Oh, there's the caveat. There's the caveat.
There was no like winning.
There's no winning.
So you have
the situation.
You have people that are in your family that are I guess body shaming.
Yeah.
You've got people that are I guess acquaintances that are body shaming, and then you've got people that are just random strangers that are body shaming.
From every angle, there was some problem because Barbados doesn't have their own influence, so we don't influence anything. We're always influenced by the states by Canada.
Okay.
So everybody
hip-hop
on
videos.
Oh yeah. Honestly, like
so everyone on TV was exactly what you thought the body should be.
You could bring that. It's a mentality though. It's like it's a mentality because bring that up into my household, and my mom was like, "Gosh, your stomach is so high, Onika. You got to get that stomach down." Like every time she sees me, like never fails. She doesn't feel it's fat shaming. She just feels she's a mother who's concerned about her child, and she's like, you need to get that stomach down. Like,
she says her stomach's high.
She says my stomach is high, whatever that means. I didn't know.
Like old school
that's some old school Guyanese She's a nurse. You know she's a nurse.
Yeah.
And recently I discovered
like that.
I discovered some inflammation in my body recently, so she's convinced it's in my stomach. And that's why my stomach's so high. It's too high. Yeah. It needs to get a little lower. Like it needs to low down. Like
like even now I deal with my own weight. Like I don't really tell my mom how often I go to the gym or not. I deal with myself like I
wait. You have hold on. You have
Yeah.
a problem with your body image?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's like there's no problem.
There's no problem.
No, I do not.
Jared's like, there's no problem.
There's no problem.
There's no problem.
I was just curious because I'm like, if you're
I actually don't.
okay, because
She's curvy AF, remember?
Yes.
is that
Curvy
yeah,
AF.
curvy AF. That's the
AF.
term that I
That's
learned
my
today.
term.
Yeah. That's the new word of the day.
Actually, I like my body. That took a while for me to get there.
Isn't it amazing once you really love your body? Like once you really get to the point where you love your body, isn't that amazing?
I can't lie. Like that's the best.
I'm not
like,
there
that's-
yet. I wish I was, but I'm not there yet.
I'm not gonna lie. There are great days, and then there are days like, whoa. Did I really need that pint of ice cream yesterday?
That pint of ice
Did I
cream.
really need that Chipotle?
Whoa.
Did I really need that Chipotle?
Yeah, no, I have no sort of self-control over ice cream. But
Was it Haagen-Dazs though at least,
it was, what's it
or
called?
Ben and Jerry's?
Not Ben and Jerry's. What's it called? I ordered.
President's Choice.
What's the president's choice?
I'm naming all the top ones now. I'm like, what's
You
going on?
hold on. You told me you ordered ice cream from a place?
Yeah.
Oh, you went
from
rich,
Uber
like-
Eats, like Uber Eats.
You ordered Uber Eats
food.
ice
Like
cream?
Laura Secord?
You are a terrible
No.
human being.
Oh gosh, not Ben and Jerry's. Why is? But it has a B in there. Dave and Buster's. Oh my gosh. Why is my brain not working?
You ordered a pint of ice cream.
Yes.
Like
You are bougie AF.
what?
When I tell you I don't function in the heat, that's what I mean. Like my brain does not work where I
Baskin
order.
Robbins?
Yes.
Baskin Robbins.
What, you ordered Baskin Robbins on
Baskin
delivery?
Robbins?
That's
Oh
fu-
my god.
No, that's
That's some bougie ass
that's-
shit. Oh
that's
my
next
god.
level.
That's deep.
That's
I ain't got no shame, though.
that's beyond Haagen-Dazs. That's
Y'all
Yeah.
can judge me all you want.
No,
I ain't got no
I
shame.
said-
no.
I'm trying to judge.
I'm wishing I was beside you when you ordered that ice cream. That's what I'm wishing on. Like, shoot, that'd have been fun.
No, I would have.
So, what do you currently do to take care of your health, take care of your body? Because people will often look at, like, I'm unhealthy. We had a conversation about this a couple weeks ago.
You have no regard for
I'm
your health.
unhealthy AF. Like, I'm not big, I'm not little. I'm in that gray area right in between, just kind of floating around, not knowing what the fuck is going on. So that's basically where I'm at. But you know your body, you know the weight you're at, you know what you want to maintain. Like, what do you do to maintain your curvy AF body, to keep it tight, to keep it right? Like, what do you do?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna sound so average for what I'm about to say, but like basic, if anything.
Basic.
I'm always in
That's
the
okay. We
gym.
love basic
No,
bitches.
I'm legit always in the gym.
You're
I'm
legit?
If I'm not in the gym, I'm working out, but I'm not doing it for my size. That's the only thing. Diabetes runs in my family, and if you can't tell, I have a hella high sugar tooth. So like that one pint, the plan was to let it last like a good few servings. My good few servings was just kind of split between 4 hours, but I had my pint.
You had your pint, whatever, don't matter.
But diabetes does run in my family. I have, like, the last time I was tested for it, I didn't have it, but I do want to get tested for it again because I do see some symptoms of it. So I want to get tested for that. But other than really my health, like my actual health, not my weight, I really don't do anything. Like, I may sometimes just, like, if I'm really feeling like I need to knock myself down a couple notches, I would step on the scale and see that figure number and, like, compare myself to the people that are in my life, because I have a lot of slim people. Other than my mother, my whole family is slim. So then, like, everyone's around, you
That's
know,
not good for your mental
150 to 180 is the heaviest they will weigh. And then
That's
I'd be
not
like,
heavy.
yo.
That's not heavy at all, and that's not good for your
heavy.
mental health, babe.
So, like, for me, I'm like, yo, I could just. And there was a time, and we talked about this earlier, where, like, I was really fit. But me being really fit was me waking up at 4:30 and going for an hour run, and then going and exercising again at 3 p.m. and then that ending at 7. And then around 9:30, me doing another cardio exercise.
Damn, girl, I don't even exercise that much. Like, now, I can't even imagine. Like,
No, don't get me wrong, my body loved it, but at the same time, like, I did not have time to do anything
else.
And if that's the only way that my body's just gonna be slim, I'd rather go to Soka or die and like get on Dibby.
Soka or die.
Like either way, each casket, I believe, unless it needs to be special made, is all the same size. So,
Oh
Wow.
Lord, wow.
Poof.
So how do you think your weight has affected your relationships? And I'm not talking about friendships, I'm talking about like with dudes. Like, do you find that dudes, you talked about the guy that hit on you earlier in the podcast, you know, how often would you say in a day? Because I don't get hit on like once in a day, I'm honest. Like, I don't know if I have resting bitch face or what's going on with me, but like nobody ever hits on me. So I'm wondering, like, what's your game plan? Like, what do you do? What is your game? Like, what is your game plan? Like, do you get hit on a lot?
My game plan is good only because of my best friend. My best friend taught me a lot of everything I knew. If not, everything else kind of came from observing other people.
Okay.
So my weight is actually not a problem for me either.
It's not a factor?
No, I honestly, like, there are days when I tell you I love my body. Like, I would go to work in a bodysuit, like a late mesh bodysuit.
Oh yeah, I remember.
a crop
I remember.
top and like high-waisted pants and gown, like nothing
I'm like,
is
she's
wrong.
so like not. I don't want to use the word brave because that sounds like fucking stupid.
But that's exactly what people
you're
use,
so
brave.
No, it sounds ridiculous
You're
because that's not brave. Like a firefighter is
you put on
brave.
clothes and went to work. You're
Like
brave.
a firefighter
that's
is brave.
exactly
Like
that,
I don't.
but that's what
you're
they
not
use.
brave. You're just like. You're like,
Firefighter
you just don't give a
brave.
shit. Like, you're just bold. Like, you're like, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm doing. Like, and I respect that. And I envy that about you. I really, truly do, because you're so comfortable in your skin. You know what I mean? You're here, you're wearing your like sports tights. Like, you just came from the gym. Your gym look is going on. And, you know, you look good. You look curvy AF. And I wish I could just like, I have a dress that's covering myself. Like, I don't have the respect for my curves that you have for your curves, I think. And I think I need to just find a way to get to there, like where I'm curvy AF and I don't give a shit. Like,
I don't know if it's just how my brain works, but there was a day where I just felt tired of hating on my body. Almost like it's just like, I don't want to have to go through this cycle again. And it literally just like hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm out there getting hit on by all age of men, except little boy mindseted guys, which I don't want anyways. There's nothing wrong with my body. I'm still getting laid. So what's the problem? Why are we not happy?
Why are we happy? Thank you.
And honestly, that took a while. It took a while because I even had like those, sad to say, very stupid, not stupid, but like stupid relationship where like I was dumb AF. Like, I let myself stay into a relationship because he's like, oh, I'm the only guy that's gonna love you for who you are. But then still trying to convince me to go to the gym. Yet I'm still getting guys coming up to me and never seen before in my life talking about how I'm great and, oh, just let him have one day and I'll make it the best of my life.
Yo, guys got
Guys
game, eh?
have
Guys
such
dropping that
ridiculous
They're
games.
dropping
But,
this
like,
game on you, like, yo, oh my gosh.
So are you in a relationship now?
No, I don't want to be. Which is so weird for someone to have 22 to say that, but
That's not weird at all. You're 22. Why would you
Why
want to
would
be in
you
a
want to be
relationship?
in a relationship?
like, actually, no. I know y'all old people don't get it, but
Whoa. Time out. Old people.
I'm old AF. I'm 35.
No,
I'm actually
no,
old.
no.
I'm actually old.
Don't be old in my ass over here at
Like,
32.
I'm
Don't be old
old.
in my
Yeah,
ass
I'm
over
like
here.
almost over the hill. So I'll accept
no,
that.
no,
Accept
no.
it. Accept it.
No.
Accept it. I'll
it's
accept
just
it.
like now everyone wants to be because for Instagram that's cool. But for me though, one thing I've noticed is no one respects a monogamous relationship, and that's how my mindset works.
What? Preach.
I can't look at another person if I'm crushing on, let's say, my next door neighbor. I can't be crushing on my bus driver. Like, my body does not physically.
On your bus driver. There's some cute ass
My
TTC
neighbor
workers out
versus
there.
the bus driver. What?
The milkman. I can't be crushing on the milkman.
No, like, my brain, I physically, like, I will like someone and I will like them for a long time. But I literally will not look at anyone else and be like, yo, he can get it. Like, that does not
but maybe
get me.
it's like bad timing though when it comes to like you're looking at someone, they're not necessarily looking at you at the same time you're looking at them.
It's not even timing. Like, as soon as I hear, like, okay, I have a friend where I thought he was so good looking and smooth. Because he's in y'all age group, right?
Y'all,
Oh,
I love how she's
y'all,
grouping us like y'all's
Yo,
like the
don't
30s.
don't be
They're
throwing
dirty 30s.
Don't be throwing me in
like,
your friend
y'all's
group.
age group.
Hold on, did I say anything?
I'm
Did
a
you hear me
grown
say
ass
dirty
man.
30?
I'm a grown ass man.
The dirty
But no,
30s.
he's, like, again, and he's looking good and he's smooth with his words.
Of course.
As soon as he
Hopefully.
said he had a woman, and like they looked like he's like, we've been together for 7 years. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but why would you want to
7
do
year
this
itch.
to a
no more,
woman?
man. No,
7 year
I'm not
itch.
saying like even like it's not even like, oh, he has a girl. I want a man that has a woman. No, it's the fact that like as soon as I hear.
Well,
got a woman.
you're a respectable woman that says as soon as I hear all the women out
You're
there, all the
not-
married one out there would love you because at the end of the day, as soon as their dude's trying to step out and say, yo, you're like, no, you said you had a girl? Get out
You
of here.
could tell me you had a girl last year. Trust and believe. You can't come to me yet.
Yeah, come to me yet.
Oh, you're one of those women.
I'm
eh?
actually one of those
You're
people.
like, no. It's all about me. Like you're
No,
one of
it's
those.
not that. It's not all about me. I literally was in this situation, and this is why I could say I've
I
done this.
love when girls, say situation, because every woman that's come on this podcast,
Honestly,
or
I'm in a
spoken to,
situation
keep
right
saying
now.
situation. Anyway,
They
keep
say
going.
What is
situation
that
a
now
lot.
called a
It's-
situationship? It's not a situation. It's a
Situationship.
situationship.
Okay.
But I was in a situationship where he literally left his girlfriend trying to be with me, and he could not even come and text me months after they had broken up, because for me, I don't do the hopping from relationship to relationship. So I'm single now 3 years from my last relationship, and that's not even anything about, oh, I miss somebody. The intimacy is amazing, but if you don't know how to be by yourself, how the hell do you know how to be with someone else?
That's true.
Like, how do you actually
Bars.
know what you want in life if you don't even know how to sit down in your room and just be with your thoughts?
So for you right now, it is kind of about timing. Like you want to be on your own and doing your thing, which is what is the thing that you
Yeah, my acting, my
your
career,
acting,
my
your
acting is
career.
my everything for me. If
And you're
I don't
focused
work
on
towards
that.
that, I can't function. I don't need a guy to function because I'm the one that's working my multiple jobs, paying my bills,
Bravo.
still going after my career. Like, I would do that. I will be awake, let's say 20 hours every day, and being able to chase my career and still get my bills paid without having to ask for help, than be rubbing up under a man. No. That's
Rubbing
not
up
gonna-
under a man.
You don't
You
wanna-
heard that?
You don't want to be looking at the ceiling to get your job done.
No.
I'd
Wow.
rather I
Wow.
work hard and I'll work till I kill myself before I lay up under a man for money. I can't do it.
Good for
See,
you.
I have a little problem because I'm thinking I might lay up under a woman for money.
Yeah, it's because you're a slut. So
I mean, everyone's kind of doing it nowadays.
That's
Not
the thing.
being
Like I look
obvious
at it
about
like everyone's doing it. I'm like, do I want to do that? Is that my thing? It's not really, but I still want to think about it. Like it's fun to think about, but
it's not even a possibility for me. I have too strong of a personality. Would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
I am very extroverted. I can bring the extrovert out of an introvert.
Ooh, bars.
No,
I can bring the extrovert out of an introvert.
no, my best friend back home, Pierre, shout out to Pierre, is full on introverted. But he's not allowed to be introverted around me because I don't got that time. So, like, I bring the extrovert out of an introvert.
All right.
okay. Well,
No, why did I ask that question? I was thinking, Like, I was thinking about how I'm extroverted, but when it comes to, what were we talking about? I forgot what we were talking about.
We're talking about fat shaming, silly.
Fat shaming. Yeah. No, we were talking about timing.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
we were talking about timing. Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I
dumbass.
see.
Okay, sorry. We
Both
were
of
just
you.
We were talking about timing.
We were talking about timing. I'm in a situationship, and you know the timing is not always the best, but you know we make it work for what it is.
Yeah.
And I think in any situationship, relationship, whatever it is, like that's the best that you could do with what you're given.
True.
You know what I mean? Like that's the best you can do with what you're given.
But you know what? Mindset, I guess, is always different. Because, like, for me, I don't go out very much. So people I meet and see are most of the time, like a high percentage of the time, are my age group. Mm-hmm. So the mental maturity level is not the same.
You seem like an old soul. You seem like much older than you really are.
I know.
You know, you seem like an old soul, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. It would cause a lot of challenges, I think, in your relationships because you're dealing with a lot of immature little boys.
So you're saying the men aren't mature?
No, they're
Like,
not.
it takes a while.
It takes a
That's
while.
true.
It takes a while, and it takes a village. Like
It does. You know what? I will say that because I feel like this past year with hanging out with you a lot, I feel like I've matured quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like I'm still the same goofy, fun-loving guy, but I feel like at times I've learned a few things and I've become a bit more mature. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but you're hanging around someone who has also gone through enough to be in a situation where you had to mature. So you're not dealing with someone who is mature.
Yeah.
Most guys are not gonna forcefully put themselves in a situation where they have to mature.
like attracts like. Like immaturity attracts immaturity. So you're dealing with these young immature men. They don't have mentors. Like I know JR's had a mentor or two in his day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had a mentor or two in my day. And, you know, these young men don't have mentors. So it doesn't matter how you feel about the timing. Sometimes it's the person that you're trying to be with. They're just not with it.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna disagree with you on that one for sure. I mean, like half the reason I even moved here is to get away from a really bad situationship, like full on. We weren't together, but we were together. We weren't official, but we were official. But then, like, I'd allow him to be upset with me and not talk to me for weeks.
I think that's just like young people, though. No offense.
Yeah,
to young people.
You know, when I was like that age, I got into the relationship apparently.
Yeah.
And you know, you're so passionate and you're so. You're just so involved.
You're so angsty.
And you're so
enthusiastic.
You ignore all the issues. You ignore all
everything.
The things.
Rose-colored glasses all the way through.
Rose-colored glasses the whole way through. You ignore everything. And, you know, if you're lucky, you break up and you learn from it.
Oh, I was lucky.
Yeah, if you're not, you know, if
you have a baby by them.
Yeah, if you're not lucky, you have a baby by them.
You have a baby by them, and you're stuck with them forever.
Or in the middle ground is you got married and now you got to get divorced. Like I mean,
No, like for me, I was only lucky though because it finally hit me that I'm allowing this crap to happen to myself. Like my weight being the way it is now and like being harder for me to get it off is because I went through processes where like I'd lose 20 pounds and gain 20 pounds and lose 20 pounds and gain 20 pounds just because of that relationship. A lot of my mental clarity is because I was able to move away from home, move away from Christianity and like how it's very strict on certain things and you can't even have a certain mindset. It like for us we are very mixed between the Anglican and Presbyterian back home. So you're very strict and they're very strict rules of no tattoos and no back out and certain way you have to dress and blah blah blah. And so even though I wanted certain things, it was such a fight mentally for me to be able to sit down and just be like, yo, I really want a tattoo.
Just have the conversation.
But I'm going to go to hell because I put a tattoo on my hand.
I've got 10. I'm definitely going to hell.
But why am I going to hell for something that means inconsiderable to me the same way I'm gonna go to hell for having piercings. No, that just sounds like
Made up bullshit.
slavery wanted to find a way to fix their little slaves and take away their personality.
Oh,
they
good.
added
Time
it
out,
into
time
their
out, time
Bible.
out,
Oh
time
my
out,
gosh,
time
where
out.
is this conversation
You
going? I
just,
don't even know.
Like, are we going there because
I don't
you
even
just
know.
You
Like, I
just
don't even
like
know.
This is like you just opened. Like I've always wanted to have this conversation with Onika.
I don't even know where this
Like,
conversation's
no.
going right now.
I've always wanted to have
I'm
this conversation. You
scared.
just opened it
I'm
up like I'm
scared.
tearing up now because I've wanted to have it.
Why
And
are you always tearing up, JR? Like,
I'm just
stop
emotional.
it.
I'm just
Stop
emotional. I'm just emotional.
Like,
I can't
stop
help it.
it.
I can't help it. You know what? I'm in touch with my both sides. I'm masculine but feminine, but I'm really
Stop it.
masculine.
Like-
Okay, wait, hold on. Tell me, can we first before we move on here? Can we talk about your first impression of me? Because you said
Yeah.
What does this have to do with
no, it's
anything?
random. It's just random. I just want to have we're having a conversation. It's
All
fun.
right, go ahead.
Let's do it.
Go
Can we
ahead.
talk about your first impression of me? Because you thought that I was what?
Okay.
You thought that
like gay. The way she said it, she's like gay. I thought you were gay.
I thought he could be my GBF, and for those who don't know,
Gay best friend.
There we
What?
go. So,
Gay
like,
best friend.
I literally came and knocked on the door like a regular nice person. I had my mature like personality out and like knocked on the door. The door partially opened and then it fully opened. There were hand gestures. There was a body, and I was like, he gonna be my
Hand
gay best friend.
Hand gestures and a body. That's
my
all
gosh,
she needed to
that
suss
was
out
Amazing.
what I've been saying for years, that JR is in fact gay.
What, guys? I am so straight. It's not even funny. Like
You're like, I'm straight AF. Like,
I am straight AF. Like, leave your girlfriend with me if you want to find out. Like, I'm straight AF.
Oh, shucks.
But no, that
Oh,
was funny.
shucks.
But that was freaking hilarious. Like when you said that, I was dying with
Like
laughter.
it took a while for me. Like my gaydar is off because
Like, your gaydar is so off.
yeah, like JR actually had to say it for me to be like, wait, what?
What? Huh?
I'm not gay. What are you talking about here?
Like, I'm
that's-
straight.
I'm straight. I like women. I love women.
Little dip.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Wow. Vagina's my favorite dessert.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Oh my gosh. But we were talking
Yeah, anyway.
about
Timing.
I think we were talking about slavery. I don't know why we got
yeah.
to
yeah,
slavery.
we hit on slavery because we were talking about how the Bible was like, yo, yeah,
No,
control,
how, like,
control, Christianity,
Yeah,
control.
it's more of how like countries are not countries, but different cultures believe certain things because this is what is said in the Bible. And the argument that my mom and I have often is she believes that God wouldn't allow someone to change the Bible, but yet the Catholic Bible has 2 more books
Book of Maccabees. I know
than
about
everybody
this.
ever than everybody else.
Listen, let me tell you something about the Book of Maccabees.
Oh, no,
I
no,
got
we're going
kicked
there.
out of Sunday school because of the Book of Maccabees.
Is that what
okay?
happened?
That's what happened.
I
So
wanna hear this.
I gotta tell you this story about Sunday school. So there was 3 Sunday school teachers. There was Brother David. He talked about lust, and I was like, you know what? Like, no one looks at someone and says, like, I really love their personality for the first time. You lust after them. Then there was Sister Andrea, and she's like, oh, Catholics. No, there was Brother Moneyram, and he was like, gays are bad. We should tell them they're bad people. And I'm like, obviously, you're a horrible person. You're the person that starts gay rallies, and then you beat gay people to death. You're not a nice person. I don't like you. And there was Sister Andrea. She said that Catholics were going to hell because they had an extra book, 2 books, the Book of Maccabees.
I don't believe
that because I had gone to Catholic church at the time. I was going not church, Catholic school. Sorry, I went to Catholic school, and so did others in the crowd. So I'm like, you need to like be careful of what you say about other people's religions. Like, that's super judgmental of you.
Yeah. No, I don't have an issue. Don't get me wrong. I don't have an issue with how they run their religions or their branches of Christianity. But I just don't believe I'm going to go to hell because
You just have
I
questions.
have a tattoo. I do have
You
questions.
have questions. That's it.
You have
just-
questions.
Because I don't believe that,
You've
every
questions.
person, like, I'm pretty sure I've scribbled in my Bible and I'm not been
I used my Bible
electrocuted,
paper for rolling papers once.
No, you
So-
did. Are you
I
part
did.
of that sect?
I
Are you
am part of that
sect?
Damn,
people that
girl. Oh
use
my
Bible
gosh.
paper. Just the front couple of
Is this the
pages
first
that
one
were blank.
here? Oh my goodness.
Just the first couple of pages that were blank, I used them for rolling papers.
Are you
like,
serious?
yeah, I've done it. It's not like it's real. I did it with my grandma's that she gave me her
I did it
Bible.
with my grandma's
my
Bible.
grandma's Bible. Like
Wow.
it was not cool. You know, would I if I had the opportunity to do it again, I probably would. But like, you know, it is what it is. Like,
Wow.
it's a book. Like, it's a book.
I mean, here's the thing.
I can't
Like, I
disagree.
believe it. I personally believe it's a book, but it's also to some people a religious text, and you have to respect it. You have to. You have to. Like,
No,
I don't care.
I will
it doesn't
full on
matter.
respect it,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter what text. If it's the Quran, if it's the Bible, it's the Torah.
Yeah.
If it's any type of Hindu. I'm not sure exactly. what
Then
they're
don't
called,
make the
but don't-
paper so thin that you could
don't
roll
make- A
like
blood-
a
oh my
blood
goodness.
in
No,
it.
no,
Like,
they made the paper so thin so they can make the Bible. They can bind it in a small book. Like
No,
yeah,
that's just
no,
efficiency.
At
There's
the
no
time, I didn't
reason.
know it was about efficiency
There's no
because
other
I
reason.
was being efficient as far as I was
Yeah,
concerned.
I'm not gonna go buy some papers or buy a blunt
I was in
or
a jam.
cigar.
If I recall, I was in a jam.
I'm
man.
up with the Bible.
Like, I was in a jam, and the first thing I thought of was, ding, the Bible.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, we're not gonna get into. We talked a little bit about Christianity, but my mom's listening, so I don't want to talk about it anymore. She'll have some points. Let's just say she'll have some points. She'll have some points for me for next time.
Oh, yeah.
But Raegine, thank you so much for being on the show. This has been delightful. Like, when I say delightful, having a third party present while I'm with JR is just made it more palpable, like, for me to
It's
yeah
fun.
it's just
No, I had fun.
it's been great, and I hope you come back on the show for another
Anytime.
candid coded episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. But thank you so much. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to right now?
I just want to say thanks to my girl for bringing me on here because we've had like these talks at work.
Oh yeah.
These kind of deep talks at work, and it was just one day when you mentioned it, I was like, yes,
I want to do
that's
that.
it. Yeah, I'm down for it since then. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're down for it, and I hope you're down for it again. Raegine, if you want the listeners to reach you, how can they reach you?
My Instagram is honestly where I live. So
What?
Raegine W, RAEGINEW on Instagram is where you will get me, and you will find me easily on Instagram.
All right. If you guys have any stories about fat shaming, body shaming, if you love your body and you just want to send me a picture so I can see it, because that would be cool too, then let me know. And if you are having a relationship issue and it's maybe a case of bad timing and you want to ask me a question about it, also, please do write to me. JR, tell them how they can reach us.
Absolutely. You can reach us at Dysh, DYSH, at daintydish.com. That's DAINTYDYSH.com. You can check out Onika and whatever she's got going on. I don't mean whatever in a bad way. I just mean as in you can see what she's got on going on.
Like whatever, man.
Like it's just like whatever.
Like
You can
whatever,
You can see
man.
what's going on with her writing, her blogs, her poetry at onika&nbsp.com. But anything that you want, you got want to. Is there anything you want to push?
On
Or
my
say-
Black and Crazy series, it starts with me, but it doesn't end with me. So check that out on the website. It's just about the Afro-Canadian experience with mental health. And I'm hoping to have a lot of young Black men and women, in this series. So if you guys are interested in being a part of the series, please also write to us at the address is listed by JR. The address is listed by JR.
Yeah, so that's Dysh at Dainty Dish.
There you go.
And also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
Give us a 5. We deserve a 5.
absolutely.
What I found y'all on, I'ma just say that.
If you're listening to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, or any other platform, we truly appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Rate us, leave us some feedback. We will definitely take a look and try and get back to you and give you a shout out on the podcast.
Whoop whoop.
All right.
But before I go, because I'm usually done after that.
Yeah,
But
usually.
I know, but I want to say, Raegine, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate it. It's been a blast having you here this afternoon, getting to know you, and then having you on the podcast. I'm
lot of
totally
fun.
stoked. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
And now, Onika, that is it for me.
All right. Well, that has been the dish of the day. I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.